Good afternoon, my YouTube viewers. It's Crystal here. I've been sick for the last couple of days because my boyfriend passed his virus on to me, which is why I haven't been making a lot of videos. But I just decided I'd try to make this one video for you. It's going to be Simple ML for Sheets, which is something new that's come out on Google, and it's a free extension that you can install on your Google Sheets, and you can do no code machine learning. So yesterday or the day before, I thought, even though I was sick, I thought I'd give it a try, and I found a data set on California house prices. And I decided I would use the data set on California house prices because I've done predictions on California house prices. And the great thing about this particular data set, it's all numeric. It doesn't have any strings in it. And since it's all numeric, none of the values have to be converted to numbers. So I'm still, I don't know a lot about Simple ML for sheets, but I do know that when you're doing regular um, machine learning, you have to convert any string values to numeric values. And I don't think that it gives you the ability to do that with Simple ML for sheets, and that's why they call it Simple ML for sheet. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go in, if you go into extensions, and then you go into add-ons, and you search Simple ML for sheets, and you install it, and you can see that I've already installed Simple ML for sheets on mine. And then you go to start. And then when you go to start, then it'll ask you what do you want to do, so you can predict missing values. So it will impute some values. It says spot abnormal values. It doesn't fix them, but it spots them. You can train a model, make predictions with a model, evaluate a model, understand a model, manage models, and you can export a model. So I've already trained the model. I trained the model on California house prices, so we've already trained the model. Now, on this data set, you had a train set and a test set. So this is your train set, and you see we've got our house values, which is your label. Then you've got the test set. The test set is your label. So you can't really, the test set is the label, so you can't really make a prediction on that because unless you remove the label. So when I say test no label, so we have predicted on it. So here's your pred medium house prices. So I predicted on it, so you can see what the prediction was. And then this was the actual value, so I copied and pasted the actual value in there. And then I calculated the difference between the predicted value and the actual value. And then what we did was we calculated the MSE, which is your mean squared error, which was 11402842.99. And here is the formula right here if you want to calculate that. And then after we calculated our mean squared error, you can calculate your root mean squared error, and that's the square root of your mean squared error. So we had a value of 3376.809588. So one thing I will say, whenever I did California house prices on PyTorch, I had a root mean squared error of 59697. So my root mean squared error using PyTorch was significantly more than it was using SimpleML. And so whenever I was reading about SimpleML, I think it's made using TensorFlow. Unfortunately, I don't know TensorFlow yet. I haven't learned it yet. At some point, I will have to learn TensorFlow. But that's what you can do, and that's what I have done. I predicted on it. So that's what I did. So we'll go over here to train. So we trained the model and we predicted on it. And you can say evaluate a model. So you can evaluate it. So this is your evaluation. So it said the number of predictions, 17,000 without weights, number of predictions with weights, 17,000. It's regression, it's a median house value is selectable, and RMSE is 38431.6. So the default RMSE is 115980. So here's a histogram, a residual histogram, if you want to evaluate it. But I think it's not going to mean a lot if you don't understand machine learning. So you can do machine learning without understanding machine learning. But if you don't understand machine learning, these aren't going to mean a lot to you. And then the next thing we can do is you can understand the model. So you can understand the model. So this is your model understanding. And it's your summary, your quality, your data set, your variable importance, your predictions, and your plot model. So that's the understanding of the model. And we'll come back over here to the train. So it says train a model. And it says advanced options. It says learning algorithm. So you can select select gradient boosting trees or random forest or decision trees. So these are the three different models that you can select, and you can try to get the best value or the least RMSE. And that's one thing that you can do. But I'm not going to predict another model, because what I would have to do is, in order to predict another model, I would say test no label, and I would say over here gradient boosted trees, and then I'd do another page where it said test no label random forest, and then test no label decision tree, and then I would make a page for each different type of model, and then I would predict on each different type of model, and then I would calculate the RMSE or the MSE for each model and the RMSE for each model, which I'm not going to do that. So I just wanted to give you the lowdown on this new extension with Google Sheets. It's brand new. It came out, I think, on 7 December. I think there was a video about Google Sheets. So it's brand new. It's just come out, and it will enable people who don't have any coding experience to undertake machine learning. And so, like, they're saying it's good for startups and it's good for small businesses. So if you're a small business or a startup and you don't have any money to hire a data scientist, then that might be a good thing to do. You just have to make sure that all of your cell values are numeric, because if any of the cell values are strings, I don't think it's going to work. It was just really fortunate that California house prices, all of the cell values were numeric. And if you've got missing values, you've got to impute those missing values. But I think that over here, which I haven't done it says predict missing values. I think you can predict missing values, and I think you can spot abnormal values, although I haven't done it. So you'll need to experiment with this. And that's just something that I picked up on Google Sheets, and I use Google Sheets, I use Google Docs, I use Google Slides. So I use the Google products. So I thought it would be a good idea to make a video on this and experiment with it. So if you like my video, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much, all of my subscribers, for supporting my channel. And thank you again for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and this will give you something to do, non-coders, a way to embark upon machine learning.